The question is an opening that seeks to be closed, and its rhetorical play derives from how it disposes energy. That is, how it invites openings and imposes closings. He quotes a man by the name of Heidegger who says, "Every question is a seeking, and every seeking gets guided beforehand by what is sought." The very thing that I am seeking begins to derive, impose, and shift the direction because of the very fact that I am seeking it. Thus, we come to this space of trying to figure out, what does it mean to rightly ask a question? Now, in modern English, typically the camp falls between two different categories when we get to a question. It is also called an interrogative. That these questions now fall into these two categories. One is we ask questions seeking answers. I don't know something. I desire to know it. The question allows me to feel that desire. The second is far more rhetorical. It is not seeking information, but oftentimes it is showing or highlighting information that both the questioner, the one asking the question, and the hearer both know. And we know questions like this. I grew up in a household that rightly used questions. My mother would often ask, "Are you going to take the garbage out?" That wasn't an information-seeking question. There was not a, "Hey, I'm trying to see how you feel, and I want you to give me information by which I do not know so that you can provide me some new understanding of what's happening in this house." She was letting me know the garbage ain't out. And I'm trying to understand what it is that's happening in your life that has made you miss the fact that this garbage is still in this house. And there was no other answer that I could be giving, or that could be given to my mother besides, "Let me take it out now." It wasn't even, "I'm sorry, let me finish my homework, I'm gonna get to it later." It was, when the question came, that presupposed and assumed that then, in that very moment, that the issue of garbage would be taken care of. "Are you going to take the garbage out?" "Yes, ma'am." "Yes, ma'am, I am." This wasn't an information-seeking question. This was rhetorical, to bring to light what I should have and my mother already knew. There are other questions. I remember a question that I asked. I asked my wife, "Will you marry me?" I remember this moment. I do. It felt like this moment took on biblical proportions. You know, where it says that like a day is but 1,000 years and 1,000 years is but a day. And I recall asking this question, and it felt like the pause was eternal. I'm down on one knee with ring handed out, and I've asked the question, yet I have not received an answer. This was not a rhetorical question. This was an information-seeking question. And the space between the question and answer felt like forever. Thank God she said yes. But this is a different type of question. It's information-seeking, yet the author specifies that these two categories potentially limit the way by which we would understand questions. The questions sometimes don't just fall neatly into either one of the categories, but sometimes there's interplay between the two. That sometimes the question is meant to persuade, encourage. Sometimes the question is meant to bear the very heart of the asker.